Okay, all right, what I'm going to do first is talk about the warranty itself. And what I want to do is I want to differentiate the warranty from the other warranties out there that dealers put on used cars that aren't certified. For example, if you go to the Mazda store here in town, if they've got a Toyota or a Ford or a Chevy on their used car lot, chances are they'll put a warranty on it. But that warranty will be a 1 month, 1,000 mile, maybe a 2 month, 2,000 mile, powertrain only. The deductibles will be high. In some cases, they do a 50% deductible, which means if the engine did blow and it was $8,000 to replace it, the customer would have to come up with $4,000. I mean, they're warranties that basically cover error. They give warranties a bad name. But if you just tell the customer that this vehicle's got a warranty and you don't go into some detail, they're liable to mistake it for one of those types of warranties. So what I'd do is I'd say, hey, look, Jacob, this Motor Trend certified vehicle comes with a limited warranty. And the reason I use the term limited is because it is truly a warranty. It comes with the car. There is no extra cost. It can't be taken off the car. It cannot be canceled. It's a federal mandate that is called limited warranty. However, the coverage is not limited. It is quite comprehensive. As a matter of fact, it covers the engine, the drivetrain, the transmission, but it also covers the heating system, the cooling system, the braking system, the suspension, covers all the high-tech items, covers all the electrical items. The only things it really doesn't cover with any degree of consistency are wear and tear items. For example, it covers the braking system, but not the brake pads. But the brake pads have to be good, or the vehicle would not have passed Motor Trend's inspection. It's going to cover the windshield wiper motor, but not the windshield wiper blades, because they wear out. But your blades are good, because if they weren't, it wouldn't have passed the inspection. And it covers the engine, but it doesn't cover the belts and hoses. Okay, but your belts and hoses are fine, because if they weren't, it wouldn't have passed the inspection. It is subject to a small $100 deductible. It is good for 6 months or 7,500 miles. It covers the seals and gaskets. A lot of warranties that dealers put on used cars, they're just powertrain. They're short term, 1 month, 2 months, maybe 3 months. They don't cover seals and gaskets. Seals and gaskets are the most likely thing to fail on a powertrain. And when a seal or a gasket fails, it's not an inexpensive repair. As a matter of fact, if a rear main seal goes and you need 2 head gaskets to go along with it, that could be a $1,500 to $2,000 repair. The engine's fine, the transmission's fine, but the gaskets have to be replaced. In order to do that, you got to take the engine apart.
Yeah, it's $1,000 for all the seals and everything in the 350.
There you go. So rest assured that the warranty that comes with this Motor Trend certified vehicle is a real warranty. And it also removes the fear that a lot of consumers have, and that is the fear of buying somebody else's problem. Okay? Customers, when they come in to buy a used car, they worry about where that car's been. You know, why did someone trade it in? You don't have to worry about that here, because it goes through an inspection. Again, if it does not pass Motor Trend's very high standards, we can't Motor Trend certify it. What we end up doing is we end up sending it to the auction, and it ends up on other people's lots around here. Okay, you may have seen them somewhere, but make no mistake, they could not certify those vehicles the way Motor Trend demands. That well, the quality has to be high in order to get Motor Trend certified. Okay, so that's the 6 month, 7,500 mile limited warranty, and by the way, you can extend that out to 3, 4, or sometimes even 5 years. The business managers will explain all that to you. Okay, so fear number one. You don't have to worry about buying somebody else's problem when you're looking at a Motor Trend certified vehicle at Sarah. Now, speaking of customer fears, you guys ever worry about paying a car dealer too much for a vehicle? See if I'm still in the picture.
Yep, dead center.
Dead center? Okay, good. You guys ever worry about paying a car dealer too much?
Every day.
You know what? You and every other American, when they go to a car dealership, that is their number one worry, paying too much for a vehicle. When you're looking at a Motor Trend vehicle, you cannot pay too much. Now, that sounds sort of crazy, doesn't it?
Yes.
In fact, some people have said that's the biggest lie they've ever heard a car salesperson say. And when they say the biggest lie a car salesperson's ever said, that's a big lie right there. And I don't blame them. People should be skeptical. But here's the way it works. Look, the owner here is known for years that, people, it's hard to determine when you got the best deal you can get, okay? And people leave because they don't know it's the best deal they can get. Well, he wanted to stop that from happening, so he put together a program. Number one, if our prices weren't good, you wouldn't be here, would you? Now, you guys did your internet homework. You looked on the internet. You probably used Auto Trader or Cars.com or CarGurus.com. And if our price hadn't been extremely competitive, if not the lowest in the entire area, you wouldn't be here. But we're going to go ahead and guarantee you in writing that that's just not a good price. It is a great price. Because when I say you can't pay too much for a Motor Trend certified vehicle, I am not kidding. And here's the way it works. When you take delivery today, we give you 5 days. You can search the world over, literally the world, not just Tennessee, not just Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia, not just Georgia, not just Alabama, Mississippi, Missouri, not Florida. Go anywhere you want to. You find a similar vehicle to the one you take delivery of today, and it's advertised for a lower price, and it comes with the same benefits we offer. You just show us the ad, and we will cut you a check back for the difference on the spot, cheerfully so. Now, we put that in writing. Has any dealer ever told you that and said they put it in writing before?
No.
The answer is no. We're the only Motor Trend certified store in the state of Tennessee. Okay? Nobody else is going to do for you what we'll do for you. Now, another fear, buying the wrong vehicle. Jacob, if you go to a department store and buy a sweater and you bring it home and your wife tells you that you look fat in it, you can take it back and exchange it for a bigger size, can't you?
Yep.
Go to Home Depot, buy a tool, bring it home, doesn't work like you thought it would, can you take it back and exchange it?
Yes.
But you buy a car from a car dealership, you're stuck. Unless you're buying a Motor Trend certified vehicle from Sarah, then you're not stuck. When I tell you you can't buy the wrong vehicle, I mean it, because we're going to give you 3 days to test drive it, if you will. Okay, don't put more than 300 miles on it, additional miles on the odometer. Don't run into anything because you got to bring it back in the same condition. But if within those 3 days you decide that vehicle is just not for you, color's not right, equipment package is not right, seat hurts your back, dog starts barking at it, won't quit, doesn't matter. You have the right to bring it back here and exchange it for another one. We also put that in writing as well. Okay? Any dealer ever told you you could bring it back before?
No.
No. Remember, bring it back and exchange it. We're not going to give you a refund, but we will let you exchange it for another one. Now, in order to keep your cost of ownership down and to keep your resale potential high, we're going to provide you several benefits that you don't even get when you buy a new vehicle. If you buy a new vehicle and you get a ding or dent, the factory warranty doesn't cover that, does it? No. You buy a brand new $100,000 Escalade and you scrape that alloy wheel, factory warranty doesn't cover that, does it? You blow a tire, factory warranty doesn't cover that. You get a crack in the windshield because some big truck kicks something up off the road, factory warranty doesn't cover that. But with your Motor Trend certified vehicle, your wheels and tires are covered, your dings and dents are covered, and your keys are covered as well. And so is your windshield. So how's it work? Well, we're going to give you complimentary coverage for 6 months for everything I just named. If you get a ding or a dent in the next 6 months, instead of you paying $70 to $150 to get it fixed, which by the way, nobody ever does, Austin, if you come out from a bar or a restaurant or a movie theater and you see that someone's dinged or dented your car, you don't Google nearest paintless dent repair near me, do you?
No.
No, nobody does. But they all end up paying for those dings and dents when they go to trade or sell their car. Not only does it make the car look bad, but it costs you money down the road. During the first 6 months, we will fix an unlimited number of dings and dents for you at absolutely no cost to you. Okay? We ask that you only visit the ding or dent man twice. And when you dial the 1-800 number on the paperwork I give you, they will probably send you back here on the day that our ding and dent guy is on our lot. But when you bring it back, he will fix an unlimited number of dings and dents. We suggest that you do it maybe every, at the 3rd month and maybe the 5th month. But you can also extend that coverage out to as long as you plan on owning the car within reason. I don't think you can extend it past 5 years, but you can extend it. So it keeps money in your pocket because you don't have to pay for the repairs, and it drives up the resale value of your vehicle, which is going to lower your overall investment. Key replacement. Have you ever lost a key, Jacob?
Yes.
Did you pay to have it replaced?
No.
Okay, you're very typical. People lose their keys and they just take better care of their second key. But you end up paying for it because when you trade or sell the car, someone's going to deduct from the value of that vehicle the fact that you've only got one key. And the reason being is those keys are so doggone expensive. They run from $250 on the low side to $500 on the high side. With our key replacement, Austin, you lose the key, I mean, it's a major league pain in the butt, okay? Because who's going to unlock your car? Well, our policy provides you a locksmith. If you lose an entire key ring, we'll not just replace the car key that you lost, we'll pay you up to $200 to replace other keys on the key ring. If your house key was on there, or your apartment key, we'll pay a locksmith to get you into your residence. We'll pay for towing. We'll pay for substitute transportation. You're allowed to lose 2 keys. Jacob, you lose more than 2 keys, you're on your own. Okay? By the way, not only will you save money, but if you go to sell or trade your car and it's got 2 keys, it's going to be worth a little bit more. Cosmetic wheel. Austin ever scraped a wheel on a curb?
Yes.
Okay. Most people say it was their wives that did it. Okay. Regardless, it mars the wheel, sometimes rather badly, but nobody ever gets those fixed either. But they do pay for them when they go to trade or sell their car. If it happens to you in the next 6 months, if it happens to all 4 of your wheels, we will repair every single wheel. And by the way, those repairs can run up to $200 per wheel. So your wheels will stay good looking, but most importantly, it'll help your resale value. Road hazard. Road hazard covers your tires and wheels due to road hazards. Now, what are road hazards? Well, that could be a nail or a screw, it could be a piece of glass, could be a brick, could be a pothole. If you hit something in the road and it blows your tire, and that tire cannot be repaired, first of all, we'll pay to have it repaired, but if it cannot be repaired, and oftentimes it can't be, we will replace that tire. 0 deductible, no charge to you. If you hit something hard enough to bend or break your wheel, we will also pay for that wheel. And the tires can run from $150 to $400, but the alloy wheels can run from $400 to $1,200, depending on what vehicle you purchase. So your tires and wheels are covered. Your windshield is also covered. If you get a star or a crack in it, no bigger than a $50, you dial the 1-800 number, they'll send someone out to fix that before it gets any bigger and causes you to have to get the windshield replaced by your insurance company, which when you file an insurance claim, what happens?
You gotta pay the deductible.
You got to pay the deductible, and what happens to your rates?
Go up.
They go up. That's the insurance company way of doing business. So your windshield's covered as long as the star or the crack isn't in the driver's line of sight. If it's in the driver's line of sight, you need to get the windshield replaced anyway. Okay, it's illegal to fix those types of cracks or stars. So as long as it's not in the driver's line of sight, you're okay. Roadside assistance also comes with the vehicle for 6 months. Roadside assistance, as you both probably know, if you run out of gas, need a jump, need a tow, need a flat tire fixed, roadside assistance 24/7 is available to you. Okay? So those are the benefits that will help you keep your car better looking, keep money in your pocket, raise your resale value. So we're going to lower your variable cost of ownership, drive up your resale value, and what that does is lower your total investment. So not only can you not pay too much for a vehicle here, but we're going to make sure your vehicle is going to be worth more when you go to trade or sell it too. Now, do you plan on having your vehicle maintained according to the factory recommended intervals?
Yes.
So you're going to get your oil changed. Well, we're going to buy your first oil change. Instead of you paying $40 or $50 for it, we're going to pay the $40 or $50. It's a bribe. It's a legal bribe. We are so proud of our service department that we are willing to pay for your first oil change, with the belief that once you experience this once, you'll keep using our service department. If your vehicle needs to be kept out of service overnight, we'll provide you a loaner car. Okay, usually you only find that kind of service with a Mercedes or Lexus or Audi or Infiniti dealer. But here at Sarah, We'll take care of you if the vehicle needs to be kept overnight. I hope you never have to use our body shop, but if you do, we'll pick up $250 of your deductible for you. So if your deductible is $500, we'll pick up $250 of it. If it's $1,000, we'll pick up $250 of it. And lastly, if you have your vehicle serviced with us, when it's time to trade or sell it, we'll give you $500 over market value. Now, why would we do that?
You can stay with us.
Keep your business.
No, we're not charitable, we're not benevolent. We do it for very good business reasons. If you have your vehicle serviced with us and you trade it to us, we know exactly how the vehicle's been taken care of. It will save us money on reconditioning costs because we know it needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done. When we have a story car like that, when we can tell the next prospective owner that we've been servicing it for 3, 4, or 5 years, that becomes a story car, and they move faster off of our lot. They sell faster. Okay, in our business, the faster a vehicle turns, the better it is for us. And if we don't take your vehicle in on trade, in order to stock our pre-owned lot, we have to go to an auction. At an auction, for us to pick up a vehicle, we got to be the highest bidder on the planet that day for any particular vehicle. And then we have the honor of paying an auction fee, transportation cost to get it back here, and because we don't have the service records, it's going to cost us more to recondition it. So make no mistake, it's worth $500 to us all day long to pay you that over book value. Consider it sort of a profit sharing program. We hope to make a better profit because you've had it serviced here. We don't always, but we're willing to give you $500 up front to get you to trade. Now, any questions about the Motor Trend Certified Vehicle Program?
I had one.
Well, you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to do some film work. You're going to have to watch videos on each one of these. You'll get to see this video, but I've got individual videos too for each element. In fact, I'll try to put all the videos I've done here at Sarah over the last 2 years into one playlist and just watch them. I don't want you to be me. I don't want you to be me. I want you to be better versions of you. Okay? You need to know this stuff backwards and forwards so you can rattle it off. Okay? There's something called an early trade walk. You guys gonna be here tomorrow?
It's my day off.
Okay, you gonna be here tomorrow?
I will be.
What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow?
I think it's supposed to rain.
Yeah, I'm about to say I think it's supposed to be shitty.
Well, depending on who else is in the class, we may just go walk around some vehicles in the showroom. I'll show you how to do an early trade walk, which is the best place to create value in some of these elements. And you can see and you can see the videos. Do you guys have any questions about selling cars, period? I mean, I don't just teach Motor Trend, I don't teach new salespeople per se. I'm usually working with managers and veteran salespeople. But if you've got any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you.
So, on the lot, how would you present that?
On the lot, as soon as I...
The warranty and benefits?
No, the only thing on the lot that I would talk about I'd say if they landed on a Motor Trend certified vehicle, I'd say, hey, this had to pass a rigorous inspection and it comes with a warranty, and I'll go into details when I get inside. But the two coolest things about this car, you can't pay too much and you can't buy the wrong car. That's all I would talk about out there. Okay? Everything else I would talk about at different times in the sales process.
So what if the person is like scared to like ask you in any more detail on those two questions?
You want to give them the detail.
Probably just bring it up every now and then.
I'm glad you asked that because
I would know in my head, like I know you're nervous, but I know that I could sell you on the benefits.
Right. What I do with the customer when I say, look, you can't pay too much, you can't buy the wrong vehicle, I just assume they're thinking that's bullshit.
Right. So
and
then
I say,
you just give them an example.
And I say, look, I know you guys think I'm crazy for saying that you can't pay too much. Okay, and if you weren't skeptical, I'd think something was wrong with you. But let me explain how it works.
Right.
Ownership has been, has known for
Then
years.
I just open the door for you to go into whatever you
Then I go into the details.
Right.
I go into the details.
And I was just making sure my mind was on the right track.
You're thinking right. And then two of the most important things you can say about the most important thing you can say about each one of them is it's in writing. It's in writing. Okay, 72-hour exchange policy is in writing. Best
Right.
value guarantee is in
Yeah.
writing, because that adds validity and credibility to it.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just a car salesman talking. Okay? All right, what sort of training have you gotten so far?
Let's see. I had a training on the terrain when it came in, the new terrain.
So you got product training.
And the Cadillac, yeah.
Okay, so you haven't gotten any skill.
I got trained by a salesman here.
Which one?
Naraki and T-Bone,
Which one's T-Bone?
Thomas Leonard. And I mean, I've picked up stuff from almost every one of them.
Okay. Okay.
I'm definitely more of a visual learner, and then once I know the product, you know, I just put my
Well, learning the product is sort of, that's car sales 101.
Right.
Yeah, you need to know the
Yeah.
product. You're never going to know, I mean, especially with GM, especially with all the lines you guys have here, it's way harder than it is for a Honda salesman. A Honda
Right.
salesperson has to learn like 7 cars and 3 trim levels.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. You guys have a much, much more daunting task. But you guys have got a car for virtually everybody.
Right.
Okay? If somebody can't find what they're looking for on this lot, we have failed them miserably.
Yeah.
Because you got, what, about 600 or 700 vehicles on this lot.
Yeah, we got 298 used cars.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, this is
Over 800 cars in the whole lot.
yeah, this is a big store, especially for a town like Jackson, Tennessee. I mean, this would be a big store in Atlanta. So it's cool. I really like this store. I mean, I know I work for these people, but if I didn't like them, I just wouldn't say anything.
Right.
Yeah, Sam's one of the good guys in the business. I mean, he gives a shit about salespeople
I was
too.
gonna say, I like Sam.
I think Sam's a class act. I've known, I know maybe 1,000 to 1,500 car dealers. Been doing this a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been around a long